I, for one, am shocked, absolutely shocked, that an opponent had a number right next to its name, and they beat Nebraska. I am so shocked that everyone forgot about this. When you think that an opponent comes into town with something, like, oh, they can't win on the road, or oh, they, when they put up a certain amount of points, the opponent puts up a certain amount of points, they automatically lose. I, for one, am shocked that people overlook the fact that we always overcome those and make it so that their streak breaks. Because, goddamn it happened again. So, as soon as we forgot how to stop calling timeouts and had to do fuck shit on that one play, that was it. As soon as USC scored off that was it. That's game. This team can't go down. They just, they've come back against teams, but those teams aren't good. They just aren't. Any team that can't beat us is not good at all. Dog shit, even. The only one that, is, besides that, is Cincinnati, but we'll see how they play against Utah tonight. It's really just annoying when you go around, when you look at, the pregame shows, and every single fucking time they're like, oh, the opponent, sucks at this, or oh, they suck at that. And you go, okay, what about ours? You don't talk about it that much other than a brief side, when you should realize from the start that thing that Nebraska can't do will overcome what the other team is. In every single stoppable force meets movable object, we lose those games almost every single fucking time. And most of the wins that we get that do actually break those are based off of vibes from the other team, vibes from our team. And usually that just doesn't work, and everything just falls apart, and it's broken. Now, do I fault Latif for sucking? No, he's a backup, a freshman backup at that. But you gotta scheme plays that are better for him. Better for less processing of the brain for him. Because he is not a processor of the brain. Okay? He is a mobile quarterback. They know it, but you gotta understand that you have to play to the damn quarterback's strengths. I don't care if you have to have a separate playbook for the backup quarterback. You have to play to the strengths of the quarterback you have out there right now. Because what if all of a sudden Rayola is out for the season? This injury that he picked up, he is out for the season. And you have to throw that playbook out. Because that playbook is not suited for Latif. Okay? He is not suited for that playbook. You have to use more of those quarterback runs. Use more of those option plays. You have to use more of those instead of shit that just does not work. They know we're going to hand the ball off. They just know it. And it's so frustrating that it's almost the exact same play every time, and eventually the opponent gets into a rhythm where they stop it. And guys, it's not that hard. I don't even understand why the fuck this keeps happening every single time. And yet, I still think it's slightly, it's not really much of an improvement, but okay. We still lose this game by one score under Scott Frost, okay? We lose this game by one score with pretty much every single head coach except for the god-awful ones where we lose by 100. It's it's not. I'm not mad about the extension. Okay, you have to give it to him. You cannot spin the wheel when you have like the entirety of the SEC fighting against you. Like, there's no way we're gonna win it. Okay, there's no way. All right, getting Rule was basically because we were the biggest job available at that time. All right, we were able to scoop them up pretty fast, and that's what. You cannot roll the dice on another fucking quarterback run when you don't actually know what, the actual true max is. You gotta have a season or two to figure it out. A season or two of the exact same shit. And as of now, it's not overly the exact same shit. It still feels like it. It still is very painful to watch this team. Somehow more painful than watching, the 2022 Chicago Bears. Way more painful. Like, this. That was a 23. Like, any of those years. Whatever. This is just not... This is just how it's gonna be. Until we actually figure out what the fuck is mentally blocking. I said this weeks ago. I said this when we were going up against Minnesota, another team that we for some reason cannot beat. And I said that you have to look at the opponent not as a badge, not as anything, but as a nameless gray face. I may have not worded it correctly. I, probably said some odd things, but there's a certain point where you just have to shut down to monochromatic. Don't even think about who the opponent is, and just play to your strengths and play to the weaknesses of what you perceive the other team has after playing them, okay? You can understand what weaknesses teams have in the middle of the game and adjust to attack those weaknesses. That's what USC did the entire time. If USC just ran the ball the entire game and told their quarterback to pack it and just throw the ball 0 times, they would have won this game by 20. Okay? I don't want to hear it from others that we would have won with Raiola. Maybe, I don't know, but it still comes down to play calling. The play calling is just not it. And unfortunately, even though we're not going to enter the head coaching carousel, we have to enter the coordinator coaching carousel. Because, these guys are better than previous years. I get it. But we cannot go another fucking year with the 3-3-5 defensive formation. I get it. It's supposed to stop the pass. But what you have to realize is that really only works in the NFL these days. In college, you do at some point have to stop the run, which is exactly what they didn't do until they actually finally broke from their 3-3-5. Okay, when they finally put 4 guys on there, oh my god, you can slightly stop the running back. Even then, they still couldn't. And then they sometimes still had to put 5. Like, god damn it. God fucking damn it. It's just the same shit. You think that they're gonna finally adjust in a game for once, and they just don't. They just don't. They're a rock. Not the Rock, but a rock. They're just not. They're not it. And to everyone thinking, oh, wow, USC actually won a road game? That's surprising. It shouldn't be. It fucking shouldn't be, alright? It would have been a surprise if we won, okay? Because we have a team, a program that has not won a road game, a fucking ranked game since 2016. 2016, back when Oregon was a non-con opponent. And this team too, but now we're in the year 2025. Have virtually zero chance of even breaking that this year, unless Iowa goes on a tear. And it's it. That was that very little minuscule chance that people gave for the playoffs, which I thought was bullshit in the first place. Gone. Now all you gotta do is play for the meaningless bowl game. Cool. Maybe you can get some, decent, but I'm tired of seeing this over and over and over again. I get it's fucking progress for something else in the future. I get it. But when it just keeps happening like this, when you get to like just being 500 in one score games, it's still a fucking nightmare even when you win these games. Because I go into these games and I'm like, okay, maybe there's a slim chance we could do something different. Then it's just gone. Then it's just gone. Alright? They gotta realize at some point, okay, that you have to learn to just not think of who your opponent is, but instead what their weaknesses is, and then execute that. Execute towards their weaknesses and your strengths. You should know what you're doing, and it's clear that they don't know what they're doing. We're going to have to change defensive coordinators. It's clear that the Big Ten has figured out how to stop this. And we need to, change shit. Change the defense. The guys, the shit records that we had in the defensive line that actually, made up for the weakness of only having 3 guys, gone. They've been long gone. So we just have to change it in the offseason. Butler, you're a fine guy, but you're going to have to be chucked off if we're going to have any change to this defense. Okay? I'm literally just asking for a basic defensive formation. We don't have to try this kooky ass shit when it's just something that works in the NFL and that's it. Somewhat. Not even 100%. Somewhat works in the NFL. Especially when you put up a rushing defense performance like that. The quarterback barely had to do anything. He had what? One pass? One pass on a trick play that you kept falling for every single fucking time? Most of the trick plays were running plays, but still, you kept falling for those every time? That's it? Jesus Christ, man. And you know what's even greater? They give us another night game for next week because we go to California now. I hate this game. Sometimes I really just hate this game. Because it just seems like I see the same shit every weekend. And I'm like, okay, maybe someday it's different. No, it can't. It's not going to change until other shit changes. Some bitch. Excited, of course. But at this point, whatever. It's another season where we don't get even close to that $1 million bonus Rule can earn. It's another season where it's just that. What a shame. I wish this program was actually somewhat. I wish it didn't fall into this goddamn rabbit hole. It wasn't. It wasn't for so long in this rabbit hole of failure. But now it is. Now we have to take the slow ass rebuild. I get we were sold on the fact that Rule had very fast rebuilds at both Temple and Baylor. And that he's not an NFL head coach, but when you get to games like these, it's just it's just like he's the coach for the future, but he's gonna have to make a lot of shakeups in the offseason. I'll be waiting. I will certainly be waiting for those. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow for I am not prepared for the enshittification I'm about to see tomorrow yet. See ya.